Guinness. Hi guys, I'm Dean and welcome back to another edition of The Inebriologist. So this week, sticking with the 1001 beers theme, I've picked, yep, that's right, you guessed it, it's another Belgian beer. I know I'm picking a lot of Belgian beers and stuff lately, but some of the beers you can get from Belgium are absolutely fantastic. Well, to be honest, I just haven't had time to source any of the other beers. I'm always ready to get like Belgian beers and stuff because surprisingly, they are readily available in the UK, which is fantastic actually, because really good quality stuff. Yeah, so this week I'm going to be reviewing the Rodenbach Grand Cru. I've never tried this beer actually. I've tried the original, just the original Rodenbach red beer. That's a really lovely, nice, smooth red Belgian beer, or like a Flemish red anyway. The Flemish, slightly sort of more Brett sort of sour beers, you know, and it's, yeah, incredible stuff, really good. The tradition of actually brewing those style of beers goes back to, you know, a couple of 100 years ago, where you have like your base beer, which is put into these really big oak tuns, and it's left for a couple of years just to have the natural bacteria and stuff in those tuns just to get into the beer and make it the beer that it is today, you know. With the original Rodenbach, it is basically 2/3 of the Rodenbach beer that's fermented naturally in the oak tuns, and then the last third then is added to quite young beer, which is then just bottled. The difference between that and the Rodenbach Grand Cru, this is actually pasteurised, and some more fermentable sugars are added right at the end just before going into the bottles, so that's why it kind of amps up the alcohol a little bit, but not too much anyway. Yeah, speaking of alcohol anyway, this is 6% ABV. And I believe this is a little bit more darker than the original Rodenbach. Again, I haven't got the Rodenbach type of glass, the glass they use anyway, so I've gone for this. I know it's Brewdog, but you know, who cares, you know. But that's the style of glass that they use for Rodenbach anyway, so I'll use this. Not much of a coming off the bottle. It's really interesting, because I thought there would be a lot more of the like the carbon dioxide coming out of there, but there was hardly anything. So let's have a little look anyway and see what it looks like. That doesn't make any sense at all. So let's pour it into the glass and see what it looks like. Initially pouring that, there wasn't much of the head on it. Again, it's sort of dissipating really quickly, but probably around finger or something, you know, small finger. Yeah, but on the colour of it anyway, it looks very appetising. Yeah, but that is actually, I thought that was going to be a lot darker than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot darker. That's a very sort of deep red ruby colour. It's looking like quite light across here then, so it's looked more like an orangey colour. Do you know what? It looks like a sunset or a sunrise in a glass. You know, it's like really deep sort of colours then, and then it comes down to here and it's quite light. But yeah, sunburst in the glass. Let's see if we can get some of the aroma on it. Completely different beers to, well, it's a completely different beer to what I've been drinking lately. It's definitely got that sort of acidic, vinous smell to it. I'm trying to pick other sort of smells out of that. I can smell some cherries and then some sort of like citrus, lemony smells on it. I think for people who have never tried some like sour beers, you know, if somebody picked something like this and they've never tried any sour beers before, it is quite a shock to the system, like tasting it, smelling it, you know, and then people might think like, oh god, that's off. Take that back, but it's not. You know, this is the real deal. This is the traditional Belgian Flemish reds. You know, this is what it's about. Yeah, I can smell a lot of raspberries off that as well. That's really nice. It's quite sort of sour smelling, sharp smelling, vinous, but it's but that's what it's about. So time to dive in. Cheers. Oh yeah, it's right there. Right at the back of the jawline. Yeah, I think a lot of people in this country, if they're not used to these type of beers, if they tried that and then they go, oh god, that's really, really vinegary, that's gone, it's gone. But that's it, different people's tastes and like palates are completely different. But, you know, these traditional Belgian beers, I love them. They're really, really good. It really does open your eyes to so many other varieties of beers out there. These type of styles have been going for years and years and years and years. People like to drink their own particular styles of beers in their own countries, you know, and they've never tried anything like this, you know, so when they try something that's from another country, completely different, they just think, oh god, that's a bit, oh, that's too much, or that's, you know, but always keep an open mind about these things, because they're brilliant. If you've never tried it before, it's brilliant. Have a try of it, you know. Once you get past that sort of sour, really tart flavours in there, the complexity of the flavours you get is incredible. So where to start on the flavours? Obviously really tart, hits the back of there, but there is a sweetness, like unbelievably there is a sweetness. You've also got the, as I said earlier, with the smell of raspberries and sort of forest fruits and summer berries, that sort of thing, that comes through really, really nice. Very, very sort of slight bitterness to it, but not much really. The bitterness is right at the end as it does go down, but there's not much of the bitterness on that. It's all up front with those fruit flavours, the really tart fruit flavours and the citrus coming through as well. It's really, really nice. I tell you what, that is it's a very good palate cleanser. So if you're having any sort of like rich foods or something like that, or say if you're going between particular foods, say like, you know, like different cheeses or something like that, or like rich meats, you know, something like that, to cut away through the richness is really, really nice. You can taste some of the other sort of rich sort of malts in there, but it is kind of sort of overpowered then by the complexity of the oak flavours that you do get, which goes into the beer. But yeah, it's a very, very good beer. It's very nice. As I said, I do love the well-roundedness of it. It's not full body. I'd say it's about a medium body on it as well. So the score I'm going to give this is a 4.25, which I think is, you know, some people say, oh, it's a controversial sort of score and all that. But yeah, I'm going to give this a 4.25 because it's an incredibly complex sour beer. It's probably one of the best in the world of its kind, and I loved all the flavours of it, and even the smell as well. Like, it smells exactly what it tastes like, if that makes any sense. I love the colour on it as well, that sort of sunburst colour on there. And again, it's one of those iconic Belgian beers which would be great to have in the summertime, because it's sort of like a fruity beer, but it also sort of like, it's a palate cleanser as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to more beer videos, and I'll see you very soon. Iechyd.